The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian gets a 3.25. We give this score because the main tone of this book was fairly sad. The book did have a lot of action. We liked that the most. There were a bunch of sad parts. That is what really brought the score down quite a bit. Overall, this book was good, and we would recommend it for young males that like a laugh and learning about cultures.
Arnold is an Indian boy living on the reservation. He was born with a brain problem that almost killed him, but he survived the surgery. Arnold survives the brain surgery, but made him stutter and have a lisp. Because of those two things, Arnold has often been made fun of on the reservation and was an easy target for bullies. Arnold is best friends with another Indian boy named Rowdy. When Arnold starts high school, he's excited to start learning. In his math class, he sees that the textbooks are over 30 years old, which upsets him because it means that he will not be getting a good education. The teacher gives him advice that he should leave the reservation and go to Reardon High School, an all-white high school. When Arnold arrives at the school, people give him weird looks and they don't treat him fairly because they are not used to Indian people coming to their school. But he eventually manages to fit in, make friends, and prove that just because he is Indian does not mean he is not smart. Even his best friend Rowdy won't talk to him. Arnold is doing well at school and becomes a starter on the varsity basketball team.
Arnold Spirit, aka Junior, is the main protagonist in the book, and he is the narrator. In the book, Arnold takes us on his journey to Reardon High School, where he takes on the challenges of poverty and anxiety. The next character, Rowdy, is Arnold's best friend from birth, and he is the main antagonist. When Arnold transfers schools, Rowdy, the tough guy, becomes his arch nemesis and his most hated friend.
In the book, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, the author uses many literary devices and archetypal patterns. Some of the archetypal patterns that can be seen are Boy Meets Girl, Journey to the Underworld, Special Powers or Magical Abilities, and Wise Old Man. All of these are important because they show how to make a good story, and when you put them all together, they really add something to the book. The archetypal patterns are there so that the story is not so bland, and it keeps the readers interested.
Sherman Alexie is mostly known for his poetry and short stories. He wrote a lot of poetry about his life and his childhood. Some of his short stories, like The Business of Fancy Dancing, The Lone Ranger, and Tonto Fist Fight in Heaven, won the Hemingway Awards. It wasn't easy for Alexie to get to this point in his life, as he talks about in his book, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. He based this book off of his childhood growing up on the reservation. These events in his life have sculpted the way for his future.
The overall theme of the book is that even if you come from a bad situation and are discriminated against, you can still be successful and have a good life. Arnold shows this when he takes the initiative to take his future into his own hands. On the reservation where he's from, the education is poor, so he goes to Reardon so he can improve his life. It was not easy for Arnold because his friends at the reservation thought he was a traitor, and the teachers and students at the white school made fun of him and discriminated against him. But he showed that with perseverance that he can make a better future for himself.
The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian is a good book for teenage male readers. This book caters to teenage male readers because it talks about different cultures and a way of life. This book relates to teenage male problems and stress. Sherman Alexie talks about all that and makes it funny and enjoyable to read. Alexie, unlike most authors, shows readers the real mind of a young male. A lot of events in this book can relate to males because they face these problems every day in high school. He talks about problems in math class and joining the basketball team, all problems high schoolers deal with.